But if there was a silver lining in this cloud of disease, it would be, in my opinion, the fact that many Black parents, for the first time, were forced to take control over their children's education.
Dr. Umar Johnson, dubbed the Prince of Pan-Africanism, he promised a revolutionary school for young Black boys, a beacon of education free from systemic oppression. But nearly a decade later, that dream remains a ghost, haunted by unanswered questions and mounting suspicions. What started as a rallying cry for unity has devolved into a saga of stalled progress and financial fog.
Certification and special education. If you mention any one of those, the other two are automatically present. Special education is a program that gives the child an IEP because they have a learning disability. No learning disability, no IEP. If you have an IEP, you're in special ed. They all go together. I say that because sometimes you'll hear parents say, my child has an IEP, but he's not in special ed. If he has an IEP, he's in special ed on paper. The school's getting money for his education. He may not be assigned to a self-contained classroom. He may still be in a regular class, but he's still a special ed student. They're still getting paid for him. Okay, now special ed comes to us 1975. Public Law 94-142, Federal Government Education for All Handicapped Children Act.
Fog. Let's dive into the controversy that's shaking the foundations of his legacy. Dr. Umar Johnson first rose to prominence with thundering speeches across America advocating for Black unity, education, and liberation. As a self-proclaimed descendant of Frederick Douglass, he captivated audiences with his vision for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, FDMG, a school designed to empower Black youth outside the constraints of a biased system. Supporters rallied behind him, donating millions in the name of Pan-African pride. Yet almost 10 years on, the school's doors remain firmly shut, its classrooms empty, prompting many to wonder if the dream was ever more than a well-scripted illusion. The turning point seemed to come in 2019, when Umar announced the purchase of a property in Wilmington, Delaware for the academy.
Is in me speaking about it. I'm not speaking about it because it's Diddy. I'm speaking about it because it's any Black man. If it were you, I'm speaking about it.
When something bad happens to a bad person,
fans celebrated the milestone with photos of Umar posing triumphantly in front of the old school buildings flooding social media. But progress stalled almost immediately. Months turned into years, and the site remained untouched, boarded windows, overgrown grass, and no trespassing signs gathering dust. Meanwhile, Umar continued touring, live streaming, and fundraising, raising eyebrows about where the money was truly going. By 2021, skepticism grew as donors questioned the fate of the estimated $1.2 million raised. In typical nonprofits, only 3 to 5% of funds go toward administrative costs or salaries, but Umar's lifestyle, frequent travels, luxury hotel stays, and event appearances suggested otherwise. Visual evidence from the site painted a grim picture: taped-up toilets, unfinished floors, broken windows, and rampant mold. The property resembled an abandoned warehouse more than a future educational hub. Umar's response was consistent: more calls for donations to hire electricians and plumbers. Critics joked that his motivational speeches were earning frequent flyer miles faster than the school was gaining walls. A recent bombshell from an investigative report by the Lady Luck Club escalated the drama. The piece alleged that Umar might not even own the property outright. Public records suggest the title is linked to a separate LLC, not directly to the FDMG Academy, Inc., raising questions about control and transparency. This LLC structure could serve as a financial shield or a means of concealment. If true, donors might have funded a project Umar doesn't fully control, leaving them with no legal claim if things go south. Umar has claimed outright purchase, but without provided paperwork, suspicions of leases or mortgages linger.
The parents at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. And not only that, in this fine institution, we teach self-respect. In this fine institution, we teach Garveyism. In this
Further scrutiny revealed Umar's aversion to white money, refusing grants and loans from mainstream sources. Yet critics point out he could have partnered with black-owned banks, there are at least 3 in America, to secure funding while keeping dollars in the community. Experts note that with $1.5 million in hand post-purchase, no bank would deny a loan to someone with a solid business plan. But transparency remains absent. No detailed financial reports, no audits, just ongoing pleas for more funds.
We got some floors to cover up. Once we cover up the floors, put that other layer of paint.
On-site visits tell a tale of neglect. Recent footage shows mold climbing walls, water damage seeping into structures, and a gym filled with filth and personal belongings. Locals in Wilmington report no construction activity, no crews, no tools, just decay. Content creators like Lennon Honor have documented the stagnation in video series, dubbing it the Ghost Academy. Even kids in Umar's own videos appear clueless about the project, and random passersby know nothing of the school being built. The backlash has split Umar's movement. Loyal supporters defend him as a misunderstood visionary under attack, while former donors feel betrayed, admitting they thought their money funded classrooms, not endless tours. Umar's responses often involve mocking critics, labeling them haters or agents, and blocking dissenters. Memes proliferate online, side-by-side clips of his passionate speeches juxtaposed with the untouched property, or jokes about mopping mold with motivation. Financially, the math doesn't add up. With $1.67 million raised from 2019 to 2022 and a $400,000 purchase price, over $1.2 million should remain for renovations, enough by Umar's own estimates to complete the work. Yet the site lacks even basic utilities like electricity and water, which should precede construction. Nonprofits thrive on transparency, tax filings, annual reports, but FDMG's records are murky, fueling allegations of mismanagement or worse. Experts warn that this could invite audits, tax inquiries, or lawsuits. The optics are damning, donation totals soaring while the buildings crumble. Donors deserve receipts and results, but 6 years later, the only consistent output is more fundraising.
Damn Air Jordans. $250,000 for a bunny hopping ass black man. You done lost your damn mind. Did you see Michael Jordan's prenup with the white Cuban he married? If they ever get a divorce, he has to pay her $1 million for every year they were together. Do you think that's about love? No. Ain't about no damn love. These white women ain't marrying black men because they love you. They wifing you for your damn money, wealth, and your melanin, you fools.
As the controversy rages, the future of FDMG hangs in the balance. Structural issues like mold and plumbing could cost another $1.5 million to fix, plus permits, inspections, and accreditation.
Can't believe it, Art. So last night, I'm on TikTok. I go on TikTok every so often to show love to the sisters by posting a Dr. Umar voiceovers on my Instagram. And I come across this white guy. Nobody sent them to me, Art. I found him on TikTok. And I think he was being prankful. I think it was a prank. He claimed to be my son. He kind of read my bio, might have got it off ChatGPT because he got the school all wrong. He said Milford. I didn't go to Milford. I went to Millersville University. He said I went to Hahnemann. I started at Hahnemann, but I was only there like a month because I decided to go back to Millersville. So a lot of the facts, Art, he got them wrong. A lot of the facts, he got them wrong. But I just took it as a joke. The problem now is, since I posted it on my Instagram, Art, the YouTubian struggle streamer bottom feeders, they took it and they trying to make it a real thing. So they're trying to contact the Caucasian. They want to bring him on the show. They want to interview him. It was a joke, and I wasn't offended by it because it was a joke. But now they're trying to give it real life. It's not true. I've never had intercourse with a Caucasian. I've never had intercourse with a non-African woman in my life. So there's nothing to the story at all. You know, and if there was any truth to it, Art, you know, like I know, that his snow bunny mom would have been exposed me. Why wasn't she on the video? Where is the mom? Where is the woman I impregnated to make this young man? You feel me? So it's a joke. It's not true. I've never been with a non-African woman, but my haters are going to try to give this some feet. So let them have fun. They swear I mess with non-black women. Nobody believes it's possible for a black man to not touch anything but chocolate and butter almond and butter pecan. I don't have the Shannon Sharp disease.
Some predict endless cosmetic updates to sustain the illusion, while others speculate official investigations. A small cadre of believers clings to hope, seeing FDMG as a symbol of resilience. But for many, it's a cautionary tale of passion without planning. In the end, Dr. Umar Johnson's story serves as a stark reminder: revolutions aren't built on rhetoric alone. As the Prince of Pan-Africanism faces his toughest critics yet, one can't help but wonder, will the Academy ever rise, or will it remain a monument to unfulfilled promises? Before sending that next donation, remember, true change demands more than words. It requires action, accountability, and open doors.